Good evening, everyone. This is Cobb, Sovereign Grand Inspector General for the Orient of North Carolina. I hope everyone is doing well. This is an exciting time for Freemasonry in North Carolina. We'll all be headed to Winston-Salem for the annual communication this year, and it's going to be one of the better ones, I think, based on the meeting of the past Grand Masters we had this afternoon and hearing some of what's planned for us. While we're at the annual communication, the North Carolina Scottish Rite Masonic Foundation Board of Directors will be meeting and approving grants that have been applied for from our Right Care programs, talking about the future, amending our bylaws, taking care of business. I will also at that luncheon be awarding the Valley of the Year and a brand new membership award for the Valley that has over the last 2 years brought in the highest percentage of members over the last biennium. So you'll be hearing more about that. I've sent the strategic plan of the Orient to everyone through the secretaries, personal representatives, and Orient leaders. And I trust that you're making your tweaks on that. I'll be looking at and considering any amendments to that plan until October 25th. And so at that time, I will finalize the report and send it out, and it will become a part of our working tools for 2026 and beyond. There are also included in that some job descriptions for our Orient leaders. They too may be amended by October 25th. And of course, Valleys will now be able to use these to give some sense of what we want people to do in each of the valleys. There will be some emphasis after the Board of Directors meeting on Thursday of this week of the foundation. There'll be some renewed emphasis on filling out the forms for fundraising. Is it a taxable or non-taxable issue? Did you get the permission of the advisory conference to do the fundraising? And best way to do that is get your personal representative to sign off on it and send it to me. I'll sign it and send it right back. That's just how it works. So I encourage you to follow those procedures carefully. The budget season for Scottish Rite this year is going to be somewhat different than what you've experienced in the past. There's no such thing as minimum dues in North Carolina anymore. Every Scottish Rite Mason pays the same thing for per capita. They pay the same thing for the assessment, which 100% of that goes to our Scottish Rite charities. And the big issue for all of us financially is the operating expenses for our Valley. So that's why this year the Valley will set their dues, not the SGIG. I can give guidance where asked, but you know what it takes to keep your Valley operating, to take care of your building and that sort of thing. If you don't take care of your home, what happens? You end up having to spend a whole lot more money later on. So I'm going to leave it up to the advisory conference to set the dues for their Valley, and we'll go from there. Pay close attention in that process to make sure that you include insurance and the Wilkerson College Scholarship Fund, which is $1,150. Every Valley pays that. And anything else that pertains specifically to your Valley. Make sure you include that. If anybody's got any questions, I'll be happy to help answer it. And then at the end of November, on the 22nd, that's Honors Weekend. And this year we'll be honoring our Knight Commander Court of Honor and our Inspector General honorary members and our 50-year members since last Honors Day with the Richard G. Moore. I should back up. The most worshipful and illustrious Richard G. Moore 33rd degree Honors Weekend. And most worshipful Rick Moore is going to be with us, and it's going to be a very special time. In the in-between time on Honors Weekend, there'll be a lunch for the honors men and their wives and families if they order or if they reserve a lunch. And then I will be meeting with the honor men, that's all 33rd degree members and all 32nd degree KCCH elects and all KCCHs. Now, there'll already be 33rd degree, so any 33rd or KCCH member is welcome to attend this meeting, where I'll be outlining some more of what's going to be happening in the Orient. There's a lot of great things happening in the Scottish Rite and in Freemasonry in general right now. And I know you can't be at everything, even though you may want to be at some things. I certainly know that to be the case. The last week I was in Greensboro and in Boone to tour the clinic at Appalachian State, and also to share in the joint meeting with Asheville and Winston-Salem. And there's a lot of great things coming up, great opportunities for fun and for fellowship and for growth. And if you're one of those who have not yet sent in your interest survey, I encourage you to do that. So many times people say, well, nobody ever asked me to serve. Well, can't say that anymore in North Carolina. Go to the website, ncscottishRite.org, and you can find the interest survey if you haven't already filled it out and mailed it back to me, and you can click submit and I'll get it. And so far, as of tonight, I have already received responses from about 1% of the entire membership of our Orient, and I'm very proud of that fact. So we may not be able to put you where you want to be right now, but we'll have you in the pool, and when something's needed, I'll be able to refer secretaries and personal reps to you if I have your name. So please fill those forms out, and let's continue to rise together with the right heart in North Carolina.